so sick of this weekend. I don't even want to be here.
Welcome back to another episode of This Takes the Cake. My name is Caroline Green, and before we get into this spicy episode, because we have so much tea, I want to introduce you to one of my favorite people ever. Sarah Stohon is on the podcast with us today.
Hello, I'm Sarah. I'm one of the S&B girls in Myrtle.
Yes, so we actually call her Stohon, but I had to
We have
introduce
so
you
many
by your real
Sarahs.
name, and that was weird for me.
I know.
So tell us what you do in the Myrtle office. How long have you been with us? Even though I know all the answers to this, we're just telling the people.
So I started probably about a year and a half ago. I started as a wee intern because I went to Coastal Carolina.
A little wee intern. And
And
now she's a big dog.
yeah, so I started as an intern and then did part-time for a little bit, and then I graduated last May, and now I work full-time. I'm kind of an assistant transitioning into being a lead planner.
She's going to be the best lead planner ever because she's just had, she's seen it all.
Yeah, we really have.
Yeah. You're going to be amazing.
So yeah, that's how I started and where I'm at now.
Slay. Well, this episode, I mean, I feel like we always talk about crazy things, but we just have even more crazy things to talk about. And I'm not going to lie, I'm excited. I feel like the listener should be excited because of
this is some
our
crazy stuff.
little remix of an introduction, if they peeped that. Yes, that was real.
It was in fact real.
And we were both witnesses, I think.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. So, let's just jump right into it. Do you have anything crazy off the top of your head that you want to start with? I know we kind of, we have a lot, but
Yeah, I think most of the stuff I thought of is on this list, but reading through, there's some crazy shit.
yeah,
Can I swear? Okay. I'm definitely going to be swearing.
sorry, I feel like I'm not doing great right now. Okay.
What, the coffee?
Okay.
Oh, so some ASMR swallowing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, I have one that we were both at this wedding.
We're talking about number one.
Nope. Talking about number 7. So
Oh my God.
me and Sarah both love this bride. Like, it's such a good
She
wedding
was one of
day.
our favorites.
She's
She was
absolutely
so sweet.
stunning. She's so nice, so sweet.
Yeah.
We're having a wonderful wedding day.
Yeah.
Like, nothing, it couldn't go better.
It was like perfect. Everyone was so nice. Everyone was so chill.
Like, it was beautiful. Anyway, you get the picture. So, literally, like, I think it was her maid of honor, her sister.
it was literally during speeches. Like the
Yes.
sisters, because she had 2 sisters and they were giving speeches.
And they literally just got done saying how unlucky that the bride was. Like, she's just
Yes.
unlucky.
Mhm.
Like, the worst stuff happens to her.
Yeah, I
But,
forgot
like,
about that.
this whole wedding planning journey has been, like, such a great experience, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, so Stohan's kind of like, you're kind of like front row of
Yeah,
the
I'm like
speeches.
standing by the tent, just kind of like watching, making sure
Yeah.
everything's okay.
So then I'm kind of further back, scoping things out. And all of a sudden, like, this lady is like, she's kind of like being picked up by like a group
Yeah,
of
she
people.
kind of like fell.
Yeah, and she's kind of older, so like it's already a concern. Long story short, she's like having a stroke, and I have to call the ambulance. And we're in like a community where it's really not easy to get to.
Yeah.
There's a gate. We're far back. I mean,
Like
I feel
10
like,
minutes. It's a 10-minute drive from
Yeah.
the gate to the clubhouse.
and
It
it's
was
already
crazy.
in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah,
kind of.
and it was dark out.
Yeah.
There were like barely any lights back there besides the tent lights.
So I'm literally on the phone with 911, and I'm like, I need an ambulance to this location, but you cannot turn your sirens on.
Yeah.
Like, we are in the middle of speeches at a wedding. I'm the wedding planner, and the bride cannot know that this is going down.
Well, and people started to notice. People that were sitting on the outside started to turn around. I'm like, turn back around. Like,
Yeah,
don't
mind your
draw
business.
attention. But it was very scary because
But-
we really didn't want them to find out.
it was a crazy moment. You were really good at keeping your cool,
Yeah.
which, I mean, like, it was just a crazy, like,
But in that moment, you know, like, you have
Fast.
to, like, stay calm.
yeah.
Because if we're all freaking out, then people will freak out, and the bride will notice. And
Then she'll freak, yeah. So the ambulance gets there, and I meet them out front, and I have them walk the long way around, which sounds really bad, but they
Yeah.
were running. But only because if they walked the other way, it was probably equal distance, honestly.
Yeah.
But if they walked the normal route, the bride would have seen.
Oh my gosh, everyone would have seen it because the way they were
Everyone.
facing was kind of like towards that walkway.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been bad.
So also like the clubhouse, their staff was like also incredible. They got a golf cart.
Oh
They
my
were
gosh,
like,
yeah.
I mean, they were
super
freaking
amazing.
on it. But yeah, then they just took her away, and the bride had no freaking idea. The only reason the moms of the bride and groom knew later on is because someone told them.
Yeah.
But at that point, we already had things taken care of. So that was crazy. That was
crazy. I've never, like, obviously witnessed that.
Yeah.
And you really just
That
had to,
was
like,
wild.
act in the heat of the moment.
That was, I think that was the first time I had to call 911 at a event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But crazy.
Okay, so number 10, this is from our Atlanta franchise. It says, bride cries in a broom closet over her band.
That is the worst.
So, did she not like the music? Was she not getting the vibes?
I don't know, but I feel like I have. If I was Hannah, which I know she probably did this. She probably felt so bad, like because what can you
She's so
do?
sweet.
You
She's
know,
the
she's
best.
probably
Yeah.
doing her best to comfort the bride. I mean, and looking on the bright side of things, like it's your wedding day, like whatever they're doing, like get out there and have the best time ever. That's just such a tough situation.
I know, what do you even do in that? Because, like, you want to try and comfort them, but then it's like you don't really know them because you're just their wedding planner, and like it's not like you're like a sister.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I don't know the in-depth story, but this could be like a good example of trusting us with your vendors.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people just don't take our word, and when we're like, I don't know about them, they're like, oh, whatever. So I don't know if it was a situation like that, which if it was, another reason to trust us when it comes to vendor picking. But if not, then like shame on the band. Because you need to get it together for this girl. But running in a closet to cry is something I would do.
For real.
Like, I probably,
You've probably
have
done that before. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. So this happened in, let's see. I'm going to pick a juicy one for you guys. Well, this is just like every person's nightmare ever, like AC breaking in the summer for a wedding.
Oh, my gosh. Especially in Savannah.
Yeah, Myrtle, like South Carolina, any like southern states. No, thank you.
I probably would have quit.
Like
Bye.
it's
Bye,
already
I would have went home.
we're already
no
running
way.
around, and like I don't know about you, but like I will literally be sweating in like December.
Oh, same.
Like because we're
I'm
running
wearing
around
too
doing
many
everything.
layers, and I'm like, I'm cold, but then I'm sweating. Like, pick one.
Like I can't imagine doing our job with the AC being
But also
broken.
imagine the clients. They were probably furious.
Well, I know, like, that's another thing. I mean, I think it's happened in Myrtle, too. Like, we're literally on the phone. That's just another thing that we're trying to fix on wedding day. We're like, no, can't happen.
Yeah.
It's too hot. No, I couldn't do it. I'm like, what do you keep your AC on? I keep mine on like 68.
68.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a topic. Yeah. No,
It's
I would
like-
go crazy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about when I think this was like a while ago. Me and you were both fairly new, I think, and this was like our first event together.
Oh my
So
God,
me-
I know what you're going to say.
Me and Stohon worked a celebration of life together, and
You were supposed to do it alone. Do you remember?
Yeah,
and I was
was-
supposed to help and then leave. And then you were like, Stohon, I need you.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm here
of
for
course.
you.
Like my nerves are freaking go. This was like my first event, and it's a celebration of life.
And it was a lot of people.
It was a lot
It
of
was,
people.
what, at least 50?
Yeah.
And you,
It was a small location, which
Yeah.
made the room look really full.
But we had to move everything around in that room.
Yeah. So obviously, celebration of life. There was drinking involved, so things got like super emotional, which was kind of just. It was I would think it'd be emotional anyway, but then just with the mix of alcohol, it was like.
Oh my God, people were getting fucked up. Like,
They
sorry,
were.
but-
No, they were. I mean, whatever. But at the end of the night, we're, routine, wrapping our things up,
Yeah.
you know, making our rounds, making sure that the clients' things are like all together and put away, and our things are put together and put away. And there's the urn with the ashes in it.
Yeah.
So I was trying to, you know, find the words, but
Yeah.
so the sister of the client basically comes up to us, and
No, I think it was the sorry to say the microphone. Sister-in-law.
yeah,
It was
what
the sister-in-law, but still, like, I guess sister.
Yeah, right, sister-in-law. So she comes up to us and she's had a few drinks and whatever, and she's like, you know, we're carrying this urn, but at the time we didn't know that she was in the urn. So
And you were like setting it up earlier. We
Yeah.
were like, I wonder what this is.
We should have probably known. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's besides the point. At the end of the night, the sister-in-law comes up to us and she's like, "Oh my God." Well, she's like thanking us, whatever.
Yeah,
And then
she's
she's
so
like, "Oh
sweet.
my God, I can't forget my sister-in-law." And she goes and picks up the urn, and I'm like so dead.
And we're both
Oh,
like,
shit.
oh, no, literally. Oh, okay.
Okay, I could have used a better. Anyway, you get the point. I was like, "Oh my God, what?" Like, also, meanwhile, the client is bawling his eyes out. I mean, he's a freaking wreck.
In his bag.
Like, down bad. It's the end of the night. Drinks have been flowing. It's already a celebration
Lots
of
drinks.
life. Ooh, he's
And she's
down
like
bad.
partying up. She's
Oh,
like,
yeah, she's
"Come on,
like-
sister, can't forget you."
Yep, literally.
Your
That was her
urn.
vibe. And then she gave us some cash.
But yeah, she was super sweet.
She was like, "Thank
That
you,
was crazy.
ladies." Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Yeah.
And that was that.
Well,
That was crazy.
at another wedding that we had like last year, I think in like November or something, they were doing the introductions for the bridal party. And this one groom, I don't even think he was drinking. I don't think he was drunk. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe he was on
I
drugs.
think I know what you're going to say.
Or maybe he was just feeling silly. I don't know. I think you're thinking of number one. But I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so they're doing the introductions, and this groom runs in. I think he was trying to pretend to, like, catch a football or some type of, like, guy sport thing, like, let me be tough. And he runs, knocks over a cocktail table, also
Oh my
knocks over,
gosh.
the photographer had, like, their light set up that they used to, like, because it was, like, kind of a dark room, knocks over the light, falls on the floor, on the dance floor in front of everyone watching, but then he just, like, got up and was, like, giggling. But, like, didn't move the cocktail table.
Do we think that he was drunk?
I don't know. Because he wasn't, like, weird earlier.
See, like, I feel like in the moment I would be like, "Oh my gosh." All I would be concerned about in that exact moment was, did I get that on video?
Yeah.
But then I would be like, "Ugh, you messed my cocktail table up." Like,
Oh, well, you know what? I think Allison might have gotten it on video.
oh my
Or
gosh.
some of it. Because I think she was taking videos for, like, content. 'Cause you got to get that content.
Got to get the content.
And, yeah, but it was crazy. I think he might have just been a little clumsy. He was just
Oh,
not on
we love
his
a
A
clumsy
game. He
king.
was just a little silly goofy.
Then I would have ran over and fixed it.
Yeah, but I think he just, like, didn't know what to do in that moment. He was probably embarrassed. I got secondhand embarrassment, like,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean, I guess, like, depending on the person you are, like, introductions can be a lot of pressure for you.
Yeah, and I guess, yeah, that's true. And everyone's watching you and, like, whatever, but
Yeah. Okay.
watch where you're running.
I have one for you. This is one of my all-time favorites, and it hasn't been shared on the podcast yet.
Oh, gosh.
So this was during a time where I had a wedding on Friday, a wedding on Saturday. I planned an event for Saturday, and then we leave for Vegas on Sunday.
Oh, that weekend.
Yeah.
Caroline was, like, lights on, no one's home. We were praying.
They were so concerned
we were
for
praying
me.
for her. Didn't you almost not go to Vegas?
Yeah, so
You were almost like, guys, I don't know if I'm going to Vegas. And we were like, Caroline.
I
we're going to
actually,
Vegas.
Dallas sent me home from my wedding on Friday night
Yeah.
because I was just so not okay. And then, like, I have never had a breakdown. Like, obviously, I waited till I got in the car to have my breakdown, but I have never had a breakdown like that in my whole entire life. And I literally was calling my mom on the way back, and I'm like, and
my
she's
God.
like, "Do you have to go to Vegas?" She's like,
Yeah.
"I've never seen you like this before." I mean, I am a dramatic person, but I swear to
But
God,
still, that was a tough week.
I got home and I felt like numb. I'm
Yeah.
like, is this what drugs feel like? Because, like, I can't feel my body And I legit don't have a single thought in my head. Like, but anyway, that was that weekend.
That was a tough weekend for Caroline.
So, we already know that this client on one of the first days of the crazy weekend is kind of giving me a hard time. So Dallas comes to rehearsal with me. Just as my emotional support buddy. So shout out. We do that, guys. Like I love that. Like I love when you come to rehearsal with me, when I go to rehearsal with you. Like
because sometimes you're like, listen, I just need someone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll tag along with you. Like,
and like if they're working the wedding with you, it's just so much better because the client gets to be familiar with them.
Yeah, it is really nice to meet everyone the day before because then you're like, you know who they are.
It makes them more comfortable day up too.
Yeah, all that stuff. It's fun.
Love that.
Too. Yeah.
Anyway, so we're doing rehearsal, and I'm not even kidding you guys. Like, the bridal party is 17 years old. Like, 17 years old.
You said it was a pretty young couple.
Very young.
Like, younger than me, probably.
Yeah, they were. So.
And I'm young. I'm only 23.
What is that? That's your Jordan year.
Yeah, Jordan year.
So, they're, and, like, you guys, like, we have weddings, like, every weekend. I have run a rehearsal before. I understand that there's multiple different ways you can run it, but I'm running this rehearsal based off of what me, the bride, and the groom have discussed.
Yeah.
So, sorry, but I'm doing my job correctly.
But that's what it comes down to. I'm sorry, but this is for the bride and groom. If you're
like
a friend that you grew up with, like, your opinion doesn't matter.
No.
Like, bye.
And, like, if you're, whatever. So, they're, like, literally saying, like, oh, I've never seen a rehearsal ran like this. Like, I've never seen it done like this, blah, blah. And I'm in my head thinking, like, oh, because you've been in so many weddings.
Yeah, because you're, like, what, 19?
Like, what?
You're a teen? You're a teenager?
Okay.
You're in middle school?
Go off, queen.
No, they weren't actually in middle school, though.
So I'm like, we can, we can alter anything that you want to alter. It's just about you guys today.
Yeah.
Smile, 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 smile. Fast forward to the next day. We're right before ceremony, and I see great grandma.
Yeah.
Right? Great grandma was at rehearsal. So great grandma comes up to me, and like, I didn't notice this, like I didn't get the vibes beforehand. I just think that everybody at this fucking wedding hates me and that they're out to get me, which was the case. Dad,
I wish I was there. I didn't work this wedding with Caroline, but I heard all about it.
Like, I have never in my life been treated like shit before these people.
I can't with people.
Anyway, so great grandma comes up to me and she's like, I just want to tell you that you handled yesterday so professionally. And that already, I was like, oh my God, like, thank you so much. Because I'm in my head thinking, like, everybody thinks I'm doing a shitty job.
Yeah.
And she's like, you handled everything so professionally, blah, blah, blah. Then I see her a little bit later. The cocktails have been flowing. Mm-hmm. And she pulls me aside again and she goes, those people are such bitches.
She's such an icon. We love Great Granny for that.
We love Great Granny. She literally is like, you don't worry about them. They're a bunch of bitches. And so I literally went and got her dinner for her. Anything she wanted the whole night.
The bride.
Yeah,
she was
in my eyes.
And you were serving her.
She was the queen. And I loved her.
Yeah.
So that was one of my favorite stories because but anyway, later on that night, Dallas sent me home because I was
and
cuckoo.
You had to take a break because then you had another wedding.
I had a wedding the next day.
But that was a long wedding. That Saturday, I think I remember clocking in. It was like at least 12 hours. Like that was a really long day.
It was a really long day.
But
at least we had really good vendors for both days.
Yeah. And we had a good team on
It makes the world of difference. Yeah, we did.
Oh, 100%. When you know the vendors and you can like trust them and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Okay, I'm sorry. that took me forever.
No, you're good. Well, another story. This isn't like too crazy, but it's just kind of funny because like sometimes we get like funny clients.
We do.
So at this wedding, these clients love to smoke cigs. Like,
oh my God.
And when I say love, I mean like they probably have a pack of cigs under their pillow at night to like smoke out the damn window.
They probably do. I'm so
like, and they were a very sweet couple. Like, it's not like they had any issues.
Yeah.
Wait, real quick, fix your hair.
Oh God, what's wrong?
Sorry, I didn't want to.
Have I been looking like that for a long time?
No, you just touched it. Okay.
Period. Thanks, queen.
Okay, back to that. So yeah, these people just like they love their cigs, and you do you. Like if that makes you happy, smoke your cigs. But on your wedding day, I feel like the groom was a little bit crazier about it. Like we would be taking pictures, like the bridal party pictures, or like just the bride and groom, literally a cig in hand every time.
It's like
wouldn't put it down. We'd be like, okay, we have to get pictures. Would have his drink in hand, like would put it down. In
the first thing they did after getting married,
smoke cigs.
Lighten it up.
Yep. Literally, he was walking from ceremony to the picture area smoking a cig. Even with his drink, like that man loved his drinks. They'd be in the middle of pictures and he would be like, sorry guys, I need my drink.
That was crazy.
Like, okay. But then also, I think this was the wedding that one of the groomsmen, or it might have been the groom, was on the scooter. Somehow they found like a scooter for like a handicapped person you see at like the grocery store.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that happened.
I have no idea how that happened either, but I remember turning away.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to like turn away because some things like, how do you even like handle that?
Because that was a good introduction.
How do you handle a groomsman on a freaking scooter?
Yeah. But like the content would have been, I don't know.
But that was a good wedding though. They had like.
It was a wonderful wedding.
It was super cute. And they had the smoke guns or whatever you call them.
Yeah, the CO2 cannons.
Yeah. Oh, and then wasn't this the wedding that they like smuggled weed in or something?
Yeah. Allegedly, I think for sure, because
it was a little smelly.
Yeah.
They were having fun at this wedding.
Not our first time dealing with drugs though.
Oh.
There's another wedding where, oh my, like these people were insane. Like they were a super young crowd.
Yeah.
A huge party crowd. I
knew half the people, and I think you knew some people.
I knew that they were going to be a party crowd because I knew of their group.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. But basically,
it was crazy.
They were doing lots of drugs.
Oh, I just remembered at that wedding because I was like working that with you. I think they were a couple. I would hope so. It was a guy and a girl on the dance floor. He has her. He's standing. He has her, and she's like straddled onto him, holding her. And he's like bouncing her up and down dancing. There's this fucking 80-year-old woman standing there.
It was wild.
Looking like.
It was like Project X.
And they're like basically having sex on the dance floor. I'm like,
super
guys,
uncomfortable.
Go take it like somewhere else.
Like,
But yeah, that was a crazy wedding just because it was such a young crowd and it was a crazy crowd.
The cleanup, we literally, there was broken glass everywhere. Like we have light up wands that will, a lot of our clients will order. And they were literally like inside out. Like the wires were out, the light bulbs. Like it was wild. I'm like, how did you even dissect this?
Yeah.
Like to get to this point.
How did you dissect this light?
It was crazy. There was one point that the DJ literally came up to me and was like, they have one more chance and I'm out because they were getting so crazy on the dance floor and they kept like messing with his equipment. And he was like, I'm not, like, I can't do it.
I feel like they thought that it was like a frat party because a lot of them were like my age, and at the time I was still in college. Some of them were like only a few years older than me, so it's like they probably thought this was like a frat party. Yeah, this is a wedding. Like, just you can have fun, but don't like
I can't
act like you're in some sweaty frat house.
Yeah,
like come on.
Did I just go or did you just go?
You just went.
Okay, your turn.
I'm just trying to think of what to talk about.
I have one.
Okay. Yeah, you can go.
So, this pissed me off. This is a story that made me so angry.
Oh, gosh.
So, we are about to literally go get married right before ceremony.
I think I know what you're going to say.
And, I'm checking on everybody. Mm-hmm. At this point, like, bride and groom are tucked away, family's tucked away, bridal party's tucked away. We have guests sitting in their seat outside.
Waiting. Basically, ceremony's about to start in 5 minutes.
Yeah, so I literally go in and I give them, hey guys, I've given them 15, 5, whatever, 10, whatever.
Yeah.
So I give them, I'm like, 5 minutes. We are lining up in 5 minutes. Tell me why the bride is naked. Just naked.
Not in her dress.
I'm like, oh, whoa. No. Get your fucking dress on.
For real.
Get dressed right now.
Walk down in her birthday suit.
I'm like,
gonna do.
I can't deal with this. So then, not only is she naked, She's writing her vows.
Girl, 5 minutes before your ceremony?
I am like, at this point, I'm just taking deep fucking breaths and I'm like, just praying because we're not going to have ceremony on time.
No.
We're not. And like, I don't think that they understand that's going to push everything back.
It does. It pushes everything. We're on a timeline.
And
like,
your
we have
guests
a timeline
don't want to be waiting that long.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
because they already show up 20, 30 minutes before.
Yeah.
They get the show on the road. They just want to get drinks and eat. Sorry, but
ceremony was 25 minutes late. 25 minutes late.
Oh my gosh. I thought you were going to say like 10 minutes.
No. She just was lollygagging, and I had to send one of the girls in there, and I was like, you have to tell her to get in her dress.
Yeah.
Because also, this isn't just like a slip-on dress. This is your wedding dress. Like, it's going to take you a minute to get.
There's going to be zippers. You got to like.
Why did you take it off? Like, I cannot understand that. Crazy. That irritated me so much.
Crazy. Well, this is another story from our Nashville franchise. It says, Grandma broke her arm dancing at reception, and then two sisters argued over who got to take her to the ER.
That's also something I would do.
What?
Me and my sisters would so argue about who's taking Grandma to the ER.
Is it a rule that like only one person can take you? Isn't that a thing?
I don't know.
Or no?
I don't know.
Maybe they just wanted one person to take her.
They probably have been drinking, and they were like, "No, I'm taking her. No, I'm taking her."
How did Granny break her arm?
Granny was busting it down on the dance floor.
She was shaking that thing and shook it a little too hard.
Yeah. Okay. This is another kind of crazy one. Am I saying that every single time? Well, this is another crazy one.
These are all pretty crazy.
Another crazy one. Yeah. This episode is crazy.
Just crazy and silly.
So, which one do I want to say? Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Okay. This one. So.
Oh, you said let me put the paper down. I know this by heart.
One of my clients that I love so much, literally so much. I've done a few events for her.
Okay.
I just love her.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Love her, and she's so extra. But I'm so extra, so I think that's why we get along so great. So she tells me, she's like, okay, Caroline, I need help planning this party, and I want a naked sushi model. And I'm like, fuck yes. Like, this is amazing. This is going to be like,
that.
No one does it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm like, period. Like, let's do it. Anyway, event day, naked sushi model shows up.
Yeah.
She's doing her job. She's naked. She has sushi on her.
Wasn't she from like out of state?
She was flown in by flown. Is that a word? Is flown a word?
Yeah, she was flown in.
Okay.
You just say she was flown away. She flew away like a fairy.
No, not a fairy. Stohon loves to read about fairies.
No, listen. If you read the ACOTAR series, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Great book series, and Caroline makes fun of it because there's
fairies.
There's what's it called? Not sci-fi. Mythical creatures, whatever. I just sound like a nerd.
We'll leave that there. I'll keep my comments.
Keep you on the edge of your seat for what's next.
Okay. Anyway, so we're literally there. Whatever. She's doing her job. I feel bad for her because she's freaking freezing cold. And
wait, the girl's naked. Like, get a blanket.
So we're trying to make her as comfortable as we can. We're putting saran wrap under the sushi. We're giving her hand warmers, feet warmers, whatever. The client's like, here, take a shot. Like, she's like the best ever. So she's like trying to do anything to make this girl comfortable.
Yeah.
But little do we know, like, homegirl is just fucking smoking a weed pen on whenever nobody's back there. So she's just like high out of her mind. And it's like,
she's probably eating the sushi off herself.
She probably was.
Mm.
That's so funny. I was like, oh gosh. But then, yeah, that was just kind of a crazy experience.
Yeah.
Because
at least, I guess at least she was nice and, like, did her job. Didn't she not have, because usually they wear, like, nude underwear and, like,
nothing.
pasties?
No, she was naked. This was my first time dealing with naked people.
Yeah.
At an event. So.
You say naked?
Yeah.
You say
other than the bride that didn't get dressed. Yeah, sometimes. But I don't, like, mean to.
Is that a Southern thing?
I think so.
Oh, I'm from New Jersey. So if you're from New Jersey, hey.
Snooki's her cousin. I'm just kidding.
No, she's actually not.
She literally just said the other day how she's like, Jersey is not Snooki. Like, I can't stand when people put that together.
People like watch Jersey Shore, but you also have to think like Jersey Shore was what, 15 years ago?
Yeah, it's iconic though.
Like, it's iconic and I love it, but people always think like it's that type of vibe
Jersey's
everywhere.
bouge.
And there's like certain spots where it's like you can definitely find that vibe, like Atlantic City. And you know, I'm not gonna go on the whole rant, but Jersey is the best.
She's a
and
Jersey
if you haven't
girl.
been there, go in the summer and it's fun and silly.
I'm gonna come visit you.
I've been calling everything silly.
Yeah.
You can come visit me. I don't know when I'm gonna go there next because I have a job here.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, what were we? Oh, the sushi girl. Yeah, that was just
The
kind of
naked
crazy.
girl, the naked girl.
We thought that she was gonna have something under her, you know.
So how did she get on there without flashing anything? Or
Oh,
you
she
guys just
didn't.
see-
She
so
like
you saw full cooch and tits. I probably can't say that.
we did. We did.
Should we restart that?
It's okay.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah.
So the naked girl.
Yeah. She was naked.
So how did she get on the thing without like showing anything?
No, like she didn't. Like she
Oh, she was just.
I was
showing
back there
everything.
with her.
Okay.
And so was one of the venue girls. She just got naked.
She had
and
no shame.
No
I mean,
shame.
props to her, but like, I don't know,
Yeah.
just put some nude underwear on. But also,
But
she
it
probably
was
just
a
didn't
really
care.
cool guest experience.
Yeah,
But
it's cool.
yeah.
We've never had it. We've never had that at any event or anything
Yeah. So that was really cool to do. Okay, so what's your favorite?
that we've talked about.
Or ever.
Well, there's like other stories that we've talked about on past podcasts.
Yeah.
But honestly, the craziest out of this was the lady having a stroke / heart attack during
That was
speeches,
wild.
because there's just so much going on. You're trying to be quiet. You don't literally, the sister's in the middle of talking to her sister and the groom. So
Yeah.
it's quiet. All you can hear is her talking. And then I think, because we knew the DJ, so I think we had went up and told him to turn it up, or I think
Oh, yeah.
something like that. We told him to turn it up so it could, like, people won't really hear. But
Yeah.
that was just crazy because we don't, like, that doesn't happen at every wedding.
Yeah. We had half of our team like purposely stand near speeches.
Yeah, it was like me,
be
Madeline,
calm.
and I think Sarah D.
And then we had
we
the
were
other
standing there
half
to
like
try and then you and
frantically
Shelly.
trying to figure out.
Yeah, that one was pretty
What's
crazy
going on?
because when do you deal with that? Like, we're wedding planners. We're not like
We're wedding
EMTs.
planners. Of course we'll call 911 when your guest is having a stroke.
we're wedding planners. Of course, we'll hold your cig and drink for you. I actually didn't hold the
We're
cig,
wedding
but
planners. Of course we'll watch you get absolutely butt naked and put sushi on your naked body.
We're wedding planners. Of course, we're going to tell you to not be naked 5 minutes before ceremony.
We're wedding planners. Of course I'm going to ignore that you're grinding on your +1 and doing cocaine in the
In
bathroom.
front of Granny. In front of wee old 80-year-old Granny. Like,
We're wedding planners. Of course I'm going to get Granny when she's calling everybody a bitch that's been a bitch to me. What did I say? Did I say I get her food? I think I missed that part.
Huh?
I said that?
When?
Okay, good.
Just now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. It was just really fast in my head and I'm like, wait, did I miss the
Yeah,
point?
like you were talking. Do you ever talk like faster than your brain can think?
Yeah.
And then you're like, what am I saying?
All the time. Oh my gosh, this happened literally recently. So
At an
it's
event?
literally it's wedding day and it's 7 p.m.
Oh, yes.
and the mother of the bride leaves.
Yeah, but it wasn't like mean or anything, right? She was just like, I just want to leave.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, I'm old. I'm getting out of here." And I'm just thinking in my head, "You're the mother of the bride."
I don't know.
What
If
are you doing?
If I was the bride in that situation, I'd be kind of like, Mom, like, it's my wedding. You can't stay for another hour.
You can't-
Unless she's like sick or is handicapped or anything
I was
like that, where
just
she
shook.
like definitely wants to like go rest.
Yeah.
If
After
she's in
that,
good health and she's just tired, like,
she left at 7:06. At 7:20, the bride and groom came up to us and said that they wanted to shut the wedding down.
oh my gosh, didn't they say they wanted to go to like the bar or something?
Yeah,
I
they
thought
all
they
wanted
wanted
to
to
go
eat.
out, which like
But were they like? You guys said they weren't like a hype crowd.
they weren't. But like I don't like. This is just totally my opinion. Why have a wedding and have all of your people in one place and spend so much money on all of your vendors just to end it early and go to a bar after?
Yeah, but can like, or didn't you say they ran out of alcohol? Or no?
They didn't have alcohol. They chose
why?
not to have alcohol.
That's so dumb. I mean, unless
I
like,
don't know.
Unless like your whole group genuinely doesn't drink,
Yeah.
then fine. But like most of our weddings that we have, people will drink and they want to drink. Like, that's crazy.
I think this might take the cake for the whole
Yeah.
episode.
Down in Florida,
Of course. Florida.
they do some silly
the
stuff
best. So this guy had nothing from his knees down, like his
Yeah.
limbs. Like there was nothing there.
Yeah.
So obviously he was in a wheelchair.
there.
Footloose starts to come on, the song.
I shouldn't be laughing.
And he legit gets out of his wheelchair and just starts beat bopping around on the dance floor.
Beat bopping around.
No, like
He starts
to
doing
Footloose.
the higgy jiggy. I don't even know what that is.
Like, so he was using, when I say he was beat bopping around, he was using his hands to move his body because he didn't have feet.
Yeah.
And he was going crazy
yeah.
to Footloose.
Like breakdancing on, yeah.
Iconic. That takes
go
the
off,
cake.
King. I mean,
When we got that video in the group chat, I about died.
yeah.
Like, that's like shit you really can't make up.
What do you do in that situation? Do you like sit there and cheer him on?
I
Like,
would have. I would have been fucking filming.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's actually what would have been doing.
Wasn't that that's what Jackie did?
Yeah. But I mean, shit, if he's out there.
Because you don't expect
No feet.
that. Like, you don't know these people. You don't know he's going to do that. You don't know he's feeling comfortable to do that.
Oh, no, he felt comfortable to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was huddled around him.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this was his moment.
I was about to say he's having his
He
moment.
probably told the DJ to play Footloose like 2 hours before, saying, "Hey man."
He slipped him a 20 and said, play this.
Yeah. No, he was shining. He was a star in this moment.
Yeah, he definitely had his
sure.
moment.
I think that takes the cake for me because that was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can show them the video. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe you should subscribe and we'll show you that way.
Yeah, if you like and subscribe
Yeah.
and aren't fake to us, we'll show you the video.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. We love you guys.
Okay, well, I think, does that wrap it up? I think that wraps
Yeah,
it
that
up.
was everything. All of our crazy stories.
Yeah, that was fun. Well, thanks for listening to another wonderful
Thanks,
episode
guys.
of This Takes the Cake. We love you.
Next week.
Bye.